Here for game number 1 between the Yudu Red Giants and Evo's Icon. Yudu on the blue side, Evo's Icon on the red. You can see Kadita as well as the Florin is the choice of ban from Yudu. Evo's Icon will respond with Ling and Fanny, so already respecting Skies, huh?
I think they want to make Skies feeling uncomfortable.
Okay.
That's why all of the Assassin's heroes are gonna ban. Maybe for the last ban is Cloud if they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, to stop in the Super Red. But Florin ban from the Yudu Red Giant, I think it's a good point because we see how Evo's Icon play with Florin and it's really annoying.
Yeah, it seems like they learned, right? They researched that Ivan is quite annoying on that Florin. But interesting approach. Usually, the blue side team wants that Valentina. But it seems like it is not within Yudu's playstyle. They opt for a ban, Valentina ban. And let's see here, Evo's Icon. Will they commit to another assassin? Is that worth it?
I don't know. I think right now Yudu Red Giants are forcing Evo's Icon to choose between their mid laners. Do you want the Eve? Do you want to let it go or do you want to go for something else? But here it is, a respect ban towards Super Red. Claude going to be taken away. Yudu now, they have an option here. They
Yeah,
can
the
go
option?
for the Eve. Fredrin is also a possibility.
Yep.
Uranus.
Or Uranus, you're right.
Uranus is open, so they might be picking Uranus because it's very sustainable. But we already see on the match before this, Uranus doesn't work for Gigatron.
There you go,
Okay.
Eve.
The hero that you mentioned first, right? Eve will be the pick here for Zach QT. And it's a very interesting approach here, right? Yudu saying, you know what? I'm going to have a fast clear mid so I can rotate fast. Let's see, though, the response. Oh, it's going to be the Kaja and the Fredrin. So a hero that can pick off. The question is, with Kaja in Evo's Icon side, will this Eve go Purify?
If Purify, he still need to be afraid of Kadita because Kadita is still open. And we already see that Cry using Kadita before on the first match of the day.
Yep.
That's why I think they're gonna pick Kadita on the third pick if the Yudu Red Giant didn't pick because they already pick if. Except they want to play Kadita as the roamer. Just deny the pick from Evo's Icon.
I wonder if that's something that Pancake actually has.
In his arsenal.
Kadita. I don't
Kadita.
think we've seen it just yet. So
Oh.
far, I think Diggies we've seen from Pancake, more support. But I could be wrong. Pancake has developed his playstyle over the course of the season. So we're going to see something different first. We're going to see Sakai's on the Martis, presumably, as well as Uranus here for that side lane. And remember the last time Sakai's picked up the Martis, right?
Yeah.
It was disgusting in that early game.
But oh, we see Wan here on the third pick of Evo's Icon.
Wow.
Actually, I love why they pick Wan because they are already Kaja there.
True.
So there is a stopper to make 1-1 open the weakness, and then he gonna fly. She gonna fly. 1-1 is a girl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just to aim the other heroes, but they need another burst damage, I think, because if you look, or the other DPS, because Uranus on the late game is very dangerous because it's very hard to take him down.
That's why I was very surprised with the 1-1 pick
Exactly.
here.
Yeah.
And remember, right? Evo's Icon, they do have a chance to pick up something like the Diggy, who also can neutralize those marks from and prevent the crossbow of Tang from popping off. So here, Evo's Icon, they're going to go that route. They're going to go for the Kufra first, though.
Yeah, again, I'm quite surprised at 1-1 pick. Why? Because Yudu, they have picked the Uranus up first, which theoretically, 1-1 crossbow of Tang, Uranus can eat all of the arrow, no problem if we're talking about the goal is not too far. So, yeah, I'm quite surprised with that early 1-1 pick. I don't know. Is this a right move or not? Because perhaps Evo's Icon, they can and will abandon Melissa.
Oh, I just got the information from the Evo's Icon coach. It's
Gotcha.
because Miracle is the caster, and 1-1 is his favorite hero.
And Fredrin as well. Two
That's why they pick
heroes.
Fredrin and 1-1. Good job, Miracle. Good job.
Oh my god, oh my god. Let's see here. Final ban. Will they commit to another roam? Cho is also a hero that Pancake likes to use. Quite good going up against this composition, but very risky, right?
Yeah, because 1-1 have Needles of Flower.
Yeah.
Even Kaja can stand by for his Divine Judgment. Just eat everybody who just got in to initiate. But we gotta see on the last ban. I think, oh yeah, I hear the Franco. Franco won't be there.
So they will definitely commit to another roamer ban. Franco will be the approach here. What will Yudu go for here? What hero will they do not want to face? You know what? A mage ban here just makes sense.
It can be, because Bane will be very annoying against the team fight oriented heroes.
Maybe a Faramis?
Either Faramis or
Kadita is still open
true.
up until this point, so...
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Kadita is banned.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so they go for the Joy ban. They're really limiting this EXP lane.
They don't want to like if there is any heroes who can just dive into the backline,
Alright.
especially like disturbing Yves positioning.
Esme.
Esme EXP.
Esme EXP for Evo's Icon. Fredrin Jungle.
I don't dislike that. I don't dislike that at all. They need someone that can also deal damage but be tanky. And Esmeralda seems like the only choice, but no, they go for the mage first here. A Farsa.
But Marsha needs to be careful because every time she do the feather airstrike, maybe Uranus and
Rock.
Mortis will come into them. Yeah, they still have Grok.
Grok Rome.
If it's Grok,
Melissa.
who do the damage dealer?
Grok Rome. No, wait. No.
If
Even Grok Rome and Melissa. For the side of Yudu Red Giants here. This is why I think it's a very, very good matchup. They have burst, they have high ground, they have crowd control.
And Evo's Icon won't have the DPS to just shred through all that front line.
Oh,
But
Lord.
all right. So there's still that lockdown hero, AoE, at that, in the Lolita. And they go for the Beatrix.
Okay.
Yeah, because if they want to pick Melissa, it's gonna be scaling heroes on the early game, and it's gonna be bad because they must play a very patient game during the early game. But Paquito, I love it because the damage burst from Paquito later, it can just instant kill the Beatrix or even the Yves.
So both of these teams are going for kind of a different approach here. Evo's Icon, not much of a front line with the Paquito, but they're opting for more damage compared to Yudu, who has a lot of sustain. Now, sustain versus damage. I'm gonna go call the casters. Ring, 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 ring. What's going on?
Rush hour.
Leo and Miracle Mosh Mosh. Gotta give kudos to our teams here for picking up heroes that have a lot of firepower. It's Leo and Mika at your service, bringing you game one in our final matchup for the night. As you see, we brought our guns is because we noticed something.
Yeah. The Beatrix and the Claude always picked up. If it's not the Claude picked, it's always the Claude banned and vice versa. But here, whoa, a little bit of a difference here already. You went for Yudu Red Giants. I went for Evos.
Dark Horses. No one counts them as a superpower, but with the way that they've been performing, especially with that upset against RGPH yesterday, I believe in the red hype.
We'll see if the red hype can go through Evo's Icon, because honestly, looking at Dark Horse teams, I think Evo's Icon can certainly fit that criteria as well. With their performances so far, I think they started off as being one of the favorites, but then with the 0-2 start to the group stages, I think now a lot of people, a lot of teams are starting to underestimate them.
No doubt. I actually agree with you, and that's why I brought it down to a game 3. But today, with the way Yudu Red Giants are showing up, right? I know that some of them are feeling unwell, but looking at them on cam, they looked all right.
I think they
loving the blue.
Looked a bit more than just all right. They're just looking really good.
Especially,
they're really feeling it. You mentioned the win against RGPH. I don't know if I was as shocked as you, but I was really shocked. I rated RGPH pretty high, but here it is, the Land of Dawn for game number 1.
Here we go, Sutsujin. Mirror start with Sakai's here. Orange for both junglers. But as you can see, man, this is why Martis is a counter to Fredrin. Not only when they start to face off against each other, but even on a farming standpoint, the Martis just moves so fast.
Clearing, farming, even evading from a lot of the CC lockdown coming in from Evo's Icon is going to be very, very easy for him, especially because, whoa!
Hey.
We've seen defensive, we've seen the Martis players go for the Tang Emblem. Wait a minute, Grike taken very low in the mid lane. Pancake almost taking a kill over, but
You're
Again,
saying.
weapon mastery for Skies on the Martis. Very interesting choice.
Huh. All right. I could only really think of a certain reason why is because he's gonna start building damage items, right? But alongside that, he's gonna build damage items while still building maybe partly hybrid. He will build maybe 1 or 2 defensive items, and then the rest are going to be assassin items, which will help him get the job done. Alongside, of course, Super Red and Zach QT. So, cleanup crew. That's what Sakais is going to be doing here. But how about EVOS Icon? Let's talk about their winning image. What do they want to do? I think, for one, they want to have Duma take to the skies. We saw earlier in the previous series, Saken really didn't get to fly much, man. Saken Airlines had 1 trip. That's it.
It was a very bad trip, too. I mean, they did win the team fight, but they weren't able to really secure the Lords, right? So, 1-1, same kind of problem that we saw in the MSC Grand Finals. Whoever picks 1-1, unfortunately, will end up losing. Here, though, we're on a turtle. Gorgeous already trying his best to just spot everyone out. Ivan now with the Divine Judgment coming down.
Boom! Gorgeous falls!
First blood over to Evo's Icon. Sutsujin looking for more Skies in 1v1. It's not a 50-50 now because Ivan is looking to zone them away, creating a 100-0 chance for Sutsujin.
Yep, this is just the wiser choice. Again, given the bad situation they find themselves in. But wait, the fight continues!
Real world manipulation popped in to lock them down. Sutsujin with an Abrasion's Wrath, but Zach QT is able to flicker around Veldora in under the tier 2, finds a kill.
That's hilarious. Seeing a Paquito just jog underneath that tier 2 turret. Getting on out of there. Quantum Charge, thank you so much. Now, with the fight breaking out and dispersing just as quickly, under the 3-minute mark, we see EVOS Icon skyrocket to an 1,800 gold lead here. And we haven't even seen the shadow of the second turtle of the game. So this is definitely them going from 0 to, I'd say, 65. I don't want to say at 90 or 100. Talking about kilometers here, folks, per hour. Well, 0 to 65. So Red Giants, I think even with their winning matchups, again, lane to lane, hero to hero, it's just so different when you fight a team that is so good at team fighting, like EVOS Icon. That's their meta.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Quantum Charge only helps the mobility of every single member on Yudo Red Giants and EVOS Icon, but something that I do want to ask you about, Leo,
yes,
is the fact that we've seen Uranus on Brave Smite, even earlier on Impure Rage, Diablo, Gorgeous, Quantum Charge.
I don't know how to feel about this, given that there really isn't... All right. What are the chances, right? What are the maybe... It's because Gorgeous doesn't really see much value in all the others, in Brave Smite or in the aforementioned Impure Rage. So he'd rather just have that chance to stay on his targets, right? After every Ionic Edge, maybe the extra right clicks, maybe the extra attacks just help him stay on. So that's what insight I can share on why maybe Gorgeous wants a Quantum Charge. But yeah, no, that is a very odd choice.
It is. It is a very interesting choice, to say the least here. But for the rest, it does seem like, you know, it's pretty standard across the board. We've seen a lot of different emblems on Veldora's Paquito, but for the Quantum Charge, it has worked the best. Now, Gorgeous. Let's see if they can get out with the Quantum Charge right now. The stuns actually don't hit. Now for the airstrike, Flicker Divine Judgment brings Gorgeous under the turret. Can't sidestep that.
He spent everything, man. He tried to get the Quantum Charge ticks, try to run much faster. You saw that. Press the sprint, but still he's gonna wait a minute and a half on that. And yeah, 2 of the 3 kills on EVOS Icon have been on his Uranus, but right now, YRG looking to give Doma a hard time. Ivan to the rescue. Not without Sutsujin taking a turtle for free, though.
Now Blast Flicker coming down. Doma still able to just get out of that one. Krite, though, now looking for a play, forcing a Flicker already from Super Red. Pancake still just hovering over. Zach QT looking for an angle. But YRG, they back away.
That's a non-starter. EVOS Icon understand the dynamics of both offensive and defensive team fighting. And here, they read the room. 5 minutes and a half in. Doma's not ready yet. Veldora, maybe Veldora was here. Maybe they could oblige. But just the same, they're not ready to take this fight. Look at Ivan. He has a pull. Forced out a flicker. Amazing.
2 flickers now burnt just from Ivan standing there, and a few resources from the mid laners coming down. EVOS Icon, I think they won that trade for sure, right? There was no real win for you to Red Giants.
That's right.
There's no real trade for those battle spells.
Yep, they wasted YRG's time. There is a gain with and without response. So the fact that there were so many members of YRG that rotated down bottom meant that EVOS Icon got what they wanted on the way out. But let's talk about this, man. Super Red already picked up his Blade of Despair. He also has a Fury Hammer on board, so it's not going to be so easy. Watch out for when Super Red actually finds his targets.
Okay, so Sujin, beautiful positioning there, just to act as basically kind of a walking roamer as well. He's just standing there, opening up the map, and now he's taking some of the jungle creeps away from the Martis.
Omi is on patrol duty, right? And with this, I don't know, forward and backwards thinking pick up on the Molten Essence, it kind of helps, you know, like it helps you take creeps, it helps you kind of deal passive damage, even if the item has been nerfed to oblivion, it's still pretty good. Now they're living inside Yudu Red Giant's jungle. This is so difficult. YRG, how are they going to close this 3K gold gap?
I think the way that they need to play is they need to really slow it down, wait for these power spikes to hit for Super Red mainly, and obviously Zach QT, but we're sticking on Super Red and Gojas, I would say. Gojas, very bad start to the game, I would say. Here, 0-2 and 0, and that has actually forced him out of these, you know, good places where he should be at in the 8th minute mark, but now it's a bit slower. Sky is getting poked.
Yep. And they're just playing footsies with all these members of EVOS Icon. Lord very low, 1/4 of its health left. Rather, it's still the turtle. Ooh-wee!
Good reset. So Tsujin standing in front, Skies with Immortal Coil. Both teams. Oh, Veldora with a cheeky little flank. Spotted out by Pancake. A few good shots, but that's it. That's the buff first kill. My God, so much shielding. And just like that, EVOS Icon win the macro game. They force Yudu Red Giants away from the turtle. And so Tsujin doesn't even need to commit a retribution.
Yep. Just by positioning themselves and presenting damage, not even actually using it or committing to fights, Yudu Red Giants are forced to respond to how EVOS Icon want to move. EVOS Icon started out strong, very, very fast, and this is going to their advantage. They're getting to places on the map and taking objectives that they want. All this while, Yudu Red Giants are left to the scraps. Yudu Red Giants are like, all right, what's the safest thing we can do right now without overcommitting?
Let's see. Yudu Red Giants just taking the safe route. Again, Pancake creating the space. Super Red so far back though. The real room inflation comes down on Krite. He still pops in for the airstrike. Anyways, a good Divine Judgment bringing Zach UT in, but Skies picks up Krite in the back. Now Blast with the Appraiser's Wrath charged together, but Sun So Jin gets gunned down and Super Red takes the kill. Meanwhile, Doma.
Just pushing down bottom. All right, leave it to me, guys. I got this. Gang, we're back in the game. Even if we did lose a 2-for-none up top, but just the same, that's a good call from Yudu Red Giants. If they kept playing reactive, and if they kept letting EVOS Icon do what they wanted to do, which they still kind of got away with in the bottom lane, it would have been a non-starter. The Malaysian squad would not have found anything up until the ultra late game. So at least with this, they kind of closed the gap. They understood that bottom lane was a losing lane. Let's get Red out of there. Let's have him do something else somewhere else. So with that, they kind of revert back. They put it back into neutral, regroup, and try to push that bottom lane tier 1.
Speaking of the gold lane, Super Red, I think, you know, after that play up top with 1 kill, he should be ahead, right? I mean, stat-wise, he is. Gold-wise, though, Doma still holding a comfortable lead. I think now it's down to 500 gold, but he already has 3 power items. Divine Judgment coming down for the airstrike as well. Skies!
Hey, hey!
Mortal Coil gets him out.
All right. Luckily, his first core item was the Brute Force Breastplate, so he will survive. But wait, they're not done. Yudu Red Giants want some more. Super Red with the Nibiru's Passion unloading onto EVOS Icon. Also, they're pretty skittish. Maybe they shouldn't take this.
I'm not too sure about taking this here. I mean, they did get Skies low, but knowing Skies on that Brave Smite as well, he can just proc it on to the jungle creeps, getting HP by killing and even dealing damage.
Low ain't a go, man. Low ain't a go. Unless he's dead, that's when you say yes. But with this Brave Smite Martis, all right? Brave Smite Martis that's building hybrid, nothing is for sure. Nothing is safe. As long as he sees you with just a little bit of HP, he can just jump from target to target to target. So yeah, EVOS Icon understand. Hey, Sujin plays a mean Martis himself. I would know. So great call from the MDL ID squad here that some would swear is ready for the big leagues. But right now, oh, there's a flicker and a pull!
Okay, crossbow tank ready as well. Onto Zach QT in the back, and Veldora finishes him off!
Combo wombo, and they're not done, pushing in hard!
Knockout strike, bringing Pancake back, and Kripe picks up the kill. EVOS Icon, they find a random, out of nowhere, 3-0.
Welcome to Jakarta, they say to YRG, as they take not just the big 3 kills, but as well this free Lord. And there was nothing that they had to give up on the map for, by the way. They just came in, went quick, and called it with full confidence and conviction, saying, yeah, there's enough damage here. And I'm wondering how it all went wrong. Where did it start? Well, Ivan was holding on to the flicker and to the pull, and then he got the right target, but gotta give respect to Super Red throughout all of this, right? Despite the difficult situation you Red Giants have been in the past 11.5 minutes, he hasn't died yet.
No, he's keeping it chill, but you have to give props to the man for this positioning. Absolutely phenomenal. All the way from the back, he always is so aware of what's around him. That spatial awareness has actually granted him the deathless game so far. Look at him all the way in the back now, changing to the Bennett, trying to clear out the waves. Ivan getting brought back, and now blast the quicker. Real world inflation as well. Ivan falling to the decimation as Doma is actually trying to crack all those weakness points, but will not be able to find it.
The bird is down. The bird is down. We can try to defend in mid. The bird is down. They continue on and try to control the damage that EVOS Icon is putting on the board. And again, it's Super Red who's in charge of all of this. Of course, there was some level of communication, but the fact that you know that you are the guy. If you die, I swear, if EVOS Icon can find Super Red, a majority of this crumbles.
I think Super Red now, it's going to be harder to pick him off, considering he already finished up that Wind of Nature. Still, though, as you can see from the gold here, everyone holding a lead against Red Giants individually.
Roll for
Lowest
roll.
being the gold, but remember, on 1-1, a 500 gold lead isn't really a 500 gold lead. It's more like a 1,000 gold lead because he doesn't need to go for the boots.
Yep.
More items, so Jin caught in the real world. Everything thrown! 5 ultimates!
Oh, we're out. And just as quickly, they retreat. All right, so we've been singing Red Giants praises despite being behind, but let's talk about Krite, though. This young man scored a savage in the challenge season, and boy, oh boy, is he bringing the heat. Mirko, can you believe that Krite only has 2 core items right now? Just the boots, Lightning Torch, and now he just built his Divine Glaive, that's it. Prior to that, he was sitting on the elements towards the Divine Glaive.
Interesting. Very
That's
interesting.
a lot of damage!
It's quite a lot. I mean,
Assassin Emblem, that explains things.
there's a lot going on now for Krite. I mean, I think
Weapon
feather-
Master.
there you
That
go.
too. All
Weapon
right.
Master, a choice of emblem that a lot of mages have gone for now. Instead of the Bargain Hunter, it gives you much more value in towards the later stage of the game.
Even in the mid game.
It does seem like EVOS Icon. It caught onto it. Flicker Divine Judgment, bringing Pancake back. Now all of the weakness points charged in, but the Artist Bulwark buys enough time. Pancake falls, but no one follows just yet. But Skies, he's caught the decimation in desperation. EVOS Icon, another 3-0.
It's all crumbled. And can you believe the amount of damage that Doma built in that team fight? 11.4k. All right, you could have sworn his
Yikes.
arrows were AoE, but no, he just had full target acquisition. Right now, EVOS Icon looking to come in and end this. Go, Jess!
In the back for the airstrike with a flicker. Krite predicts the dash! In the back, my goodness gracious!
They're not going to finish quite yet, but they are going to crack the base open. Tier 3 down bottom has fallen. Now up next on the docket is going to be mid. Red Giants get to keep that inhibitor. They can breathe for now, but EVOS Icon are continuing to pick up the pace. Another Lord scored. Sutsujin going solo here. That's luminous.
Oh man, I would love to see a replay there of the flicker,
Yep, the
prediction.
flicker to catch Red.
Wow.
Red could have gotten away with a tactical repositioning, but Krite said, nah, not on my watch.
Krite didn't just flicker forward. He shot his feathered airstrike, the last one, to where he thought Super Red would dash/flicker. That prediction was all that mattered. I mean, to take that base turn and to completely punish. Because if Super Red survived that, maybe, just maybe, Red Giants would be able to say something else on the map. Maybe not go for the Lord, but say a push down below, pushing back or delaying any sort of push from EVOS Icon.
All right. The past couple of times we checked in on gold net values, we said that Super Red was only behind Doma 500, right? Because of that one moment, 2,000 now, and here's a pull! The answer back!
The now Blast coming down with a feather airstrike to respond it over onto the back. Skies, Mortal Coil. That's still 1 minion wave full in the bottom lane.
5 members from EVOS Icon, just 4 from YRG. Pancake gonna heal up a bit. They are gonna take down the Lord, but lose this mid lane inhibitor.
Taking it slow. EVO's Icon not really wanting to rush things, but now the damage just comes through. So again gets gunned down. Ivan in the fronts now. Immortality going to be popped. It's actually Veldora. Still able to escape, but the airstrike coming down. Zach QT with a brilliant flicker out. Skies, Mortar coiled over with a win of nature, trying to outplay.
Oh, EVO's Icon just bringing the heat. You do Red Giant survive for now. What a deadly dance. A back and forth inside their own base, but they're holding on.
Let's take a look at the items once again. Slow it down, just like EVO's Icon here, taking it real slow. Oh, brilliant steal back, or a secure, I would say, from Skies. 1-1. 1-1. Scarlet Phantom done as well.
Built. Barefoot 1-1. She can do whatever she wants. Super Red, though, could eventually get rid of the boots. But just as well, if it comes down to it, he can take a fight. So at least we can say that about you do Red Giants. But I can't say so the same for the rest of his team, man. They are down close to 11,000 gold. So roll per roll, save for Super Red, that's average, what, a full item that their opponents have over them.
Me personally, for when I'm playing the Beatrix, I would much rather save that gold for an item juggle compared to selling the boots for something like a Windtalker.
Yeah. When you're down, you want to have that movement speed. You want to have the opportunity to choose if I want to rotate out of here, if I want to take this fight, and then you keep that. That's a good bit of wisdom there. But right now, Super Red, he's holding strong. He is doing just that. He's holding on the extra gold just until he's ready to go.
Probably has an Immortality ready to swap with that Wind of Nature or the boots, depending on the situation. 2 seconds for the Evolve. No, still the Enhanced Lord, but at this point, EVO's Icon might as well just wait for it. They started right before.
Nah, it's going to make it. They can just leave it.
No. They're not going it. They're trying to do the Lord Dance right now, I think.
Okay,
so
they
they're
called
not
it.
fully committing onto it.
Yep, it's just for the bait. Okay, let's see if they're going to bite. We still haven't really seen Gorgeous do what his Uranus wanted to do. It hasn't come to full fruition just yet. But look at this bush control on Ivan. He just knows that this is the bush to be in. Be very, very quiet.
It's always these side bushes that makes or breaks the game. EVO's Icon, as long as they have it covered, it should still be a free Lord.
Yep. I think it's clear. EVO's Icon knows that Zach Cutie is inside the base. They just don't know where Red is. Hasn't really shown himself, but now he has. That's it. It's clean. They can either force and turn or take the Lord. Doing a blast on 3!
Oh, Doma timed it wrong. They're still able to find the crossbow. Tang on the back, though. Now translating over to Gorgeous. Force winner Truncheon coming down. Doma popping it. Still able to find a double. Welcome to Doma's domain.
This is going to be a disaster. You do Red Giants did their best to respond, but now Doma pushing the advantage. EVO's Icon will not only get 2 free kills, not only maintain lane priority, but even take the Lord.
Free Lord over to EVO's Icon now. Veldora was trying to go for a cheeky little split push earlier. Ivan with the flicker finding Zach.
Oh, Numenor Blast catches Veldora, but not enough to punish him. Oh, the end is nigh. Just 2 defenders left.
The Reverse Bastion used up. Ivan zoning away in the back line. Pancake, demolished, melted. Super Red, 1 death, but the game still falls to EVO's Icon.
The pace was just way too much for you do Red.